Hi, my name is Ashton Richards. I'm a sales consultant here with Beath Consulting, and today I wanted to go over our event survey system with the event registration module. So on the admin menu, you'll go to Events and Event Registration, and I'm just going to go through one of the surveys for an existing event. So under the attendees line here, there's this SVY link, and all of these events are going to have that, but in this case we're going to be looking here. So you just click on this link. And in here, you'll see that we have 2 existing surveys already. If you want to copy a survey from a different event that already exists because you like how it's set up, you can have that option down here. You just select whichever event it is from the drop-down menu, whether it's one that's currently set up to happen later on in the year, in the future, or if it's even a past event, you can just select it and import that way. Then for each of these existing surveys, you can edit, you can delete, you can copy it, you can see reports, and you can email it. Then if you want to add a new survey, up here at the top, you just click this button here for Add New Survey. So in here, we're just going to have it be a test survey. We're going to leave the cutoff date alone, although if you want to have a cutoff date, you can, in fact, include that. If you want to allow for attendees to return to edit their survey responses, you just need to check this box. Add a description here. If you want to tie the survey to a specific field that you set up in this event, you can do that here as well. So if you do choose to copy an existing survey from a previous event, I would recommend that you make sure that this option is set to none so that the survey will in fact work and it's not trying to find a field that may not exist in a recreated survey, or a recreated event rather. Allow attendees to mark themselves as attended in the survey. So this could be helpful if you just want to make it so that the attendees themselves have a little bit extra responsibility, but just kind of use this one with caution as just in case. Go ahead and continue here. So on this next part here, this is where you'll be adding new questions. So this is similar to the custom fields section for the event registration. So we'll go ahead and add a new question. And here you have the option for multiple choice, yes, no, text field, multi-line text, 1 to 5 rating, or a text caption. So it kind of just depends on what options it is that you're looking at doing. So we're going to go ahead and go with a multiple choice for this. So we'll make it something in line with what the event is in this case. And if you want to allow for your attendees to answer multiple things here, then here you can do number of selections allowed. You can make it so it's 0 for an unlimited selection, or you can make it so that they have a limited number of selections they can do. So for this, we're just going to leave it at 1 for now. So next, you'll be adding options for that question you created. So one, 2, 3 plus. So as you saw, if you want to delete an option, you can just delete it. If you want to edit it, you can click the edit pencil and go back to edit it. And like with the other parts of the system, you can drag and drop this to order it however you want, and you'll see this success in the upper right corner here for when you're doing that. Go ahead and put this back to normal. So this is the only question for this survey, so we'll go ahead and do continue. And then it'll show you a preview of what your survey is. So since we have it set up for only one selection, you can only have one of these options chosen. So now it says that your survey is ready. You can return to the survey menu. You can email the survey to the attendants. We'll get to that here in a bit. So coming back here, if you want to copy one of these, you would just do copy, say yes, you want to copy it, and now there's another survey that's the exact same as the one I just did here, but it says copy of. So I'll go ahead and delete that. For the report section, this is for after you've already sent out the survey. So we'll go ahead and look at this one here since this was sent out earlier this year. So click on reports. You can see the total results. You can see respondents. So who all got this survey. You can see the individual responses, and you can see a list version of the responses, or you can view it as a graph. So we'll look at results total, and here you'll see the survey in this case was, what do you think of this event, with a rating. So there was one rate of a 5, so since there was only one, it's averaging it out, and it's saying that the average was a 5. So we'll go back. You can see individual responses. So it'll give you a list of everyone who's responded to the survey. It'll tell you who it is and what their response was. If you want to see it visually, then we do have this graph option, where here it'll show you what the question was with the responses. And if you want to change this up in terms of how it looks, you can do that by just clicking on the different options up here at the top. Okay, so the next part we're going to look at is this email section. So here you can set up a send date. So if you click on here, it'll bring up a calendar. You can set it to be sent out in the future, and you can even have it set up to be at a later time of the day. You add in here who the sender is going to be, the reply email, and then you can do a subject line. Then for the message, you can just put in here whatever it is that you want, let them know, hey, this is a survey we would like for you to take since you went to this event. And you can use these replacement keys on the right hand side here to make it more personalized without having to make an individual survey for each person. So for example, if you wanted to do attendee first name here, it would be, so let's say you do hello and you then just copy this. So something like this, for example, it will say hello, whoever it is you're sending it to's first name, and then it will replace event name here with the name of the event. If you want to include the event and attendee registration summary, you can do that by checking this box. And if you want to automatically send it to all attendees, you can check this box here. So this is really helpful if you're trying to schedule it to be sent out at a later time. So one example would be if you want to make sure that everyone who attended the event gets the survey, you set up this email to be sent out after the event has concluded. And you can just check this box, and everyone who attended, so everyone who had the box checked that they did attend that event, will automatically be added to this mailing list. Go ahead and continue. You can include any file attachments on this screen that you want. So you just do choose file. It'll open this up, and you can just add whatever files it is that you want with your file explorer. If you want to manually add in the attendees, you can do that here. So let's say I just click this one person, do add attendees to list. Now they show up here on the right side. If you want to set up the recipients list based off of a query, you can select which of these packages you want to include. You can even check the box here that just says attended event, and only those who attended will receive the message. Then there's all these different pieces here that you can use as well. So different fields, different options that were set up with the event. You can do all that here. And at the very bottom, you can do add recipients by query. So once you have someone in here, you go ahead and click continue. And now it shows this is when it was scheduled to go out. This is who's going to be receiving it, what the subject line is, what the message was, any attachments, and then you can just use schedule message down here at the bottom. Hopefully you found this video informative, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We look forward to working with you. Thanks. Have a great day.